It is a fact that Korea and China have been the top dogs in competitive League of Legends for the majority of the game's existence, but there have been some fantastic players to come out of the Western scene. Whether it's dumpstering the competition domestically or showing up versus the world's best on an international stage, here are the 5 best Western players. Since he was 16 years old, Rekkles was groomed to be the starting AD carry on Fnatic, and when he finally made his LCS debut, he didn't disappoint.
So it is something to keep an eye. Yellow's gone in!
Got flash straight in, Timbers on towards him, but there's not enough damage coming out, and now Yellowstar gets pulled in towards the tower. Diamond joins them at the top here. This could turn out horribly for Fnatic. That's going to be a double kill! The super mega death rocket! Oh, and Diamond gets flashed away by Rekkles, but can he close the gap? He's going to go in towards Rekkles. He should. No! Barrier bait pulls him out, and they don't get anything!
Rekkles saw the good and the bad times in the orange and black. He racked up 3 LCS titles and 3 MVPs to go with it, including one of the most dominant splits in LCS history in 2018 spring. He made it to quarterfinals and semis in 3 Worlds showings, but his domestic performance hasn't quite lived up to the hype internationally, and for the majority of his early career found himself on star-studded rosters where he wasn't the featured carry, which is why he isn't higher on our list. The minute Bjergsen made the switch from EU to TSM, he completely styled on the NA region.
Great job by Quaz. Can they continue to follow up? A bad spot, and the W is enough of the percent burst to take him down. Let's see if Quaz can really do what he needs to here. The blue buff has worn off of Bjergsen, so he is hoping for that W to come up once again.
Oh, the juke!
Oh, he juked it out! He'll be able to get past the special. Is it up? Can he get the dodge? And Bjergsen flashes. That is incredible.
Winning his first of 4 MVPs in his debut split in 2014 spring, Bjergsen routinely made other NA mids look silly en route to capturing 5 LCS titles. The reason the greatest mid in the history of the NA LCS isn't higher on our list is because aside from an IEM title where TSM played just 1 game against a Korean team, the international results just aren't there. Bjergsen made it out of groups at Worlds just once in 4 appearances and failed to make it to the knockout stage in 2 MSI appearances. His domestic dominance alone is still more than enough to put him in the top 5. I hope you like Fnatic Gold because this list is full of Fnatic members. Like a fine wine or a pair of leather pants, Soaz seems to only get better with age. Since way back in Season 1 where he finished as the runner-up with Against All Authority at the inaugural World Championship, Soaz has been the premier top laner in the Western scene. Despite locking up 3 LCS titles, he's been criticized for coasting through the EU LCS, but when the games are the most important, Soaz always steps up.
Amazing can jump over the wall. Who's going to win this fight? It goes to the red team. That goes to Origin. Here's the battle. Karsa alone in front, absorbing, gets dunked. Soaz is online. Maple's down. He's still going. He doesn't get the third as Zonians comes across. He gets some damage on his stick. He gets the right. He's on that L, and it's going to save the game. Soaz gets a pentakill after Baron.
The man with the baguette has made it out of groups in Worlds in 4 of his 5 appearances with a runner-up finish and 2 semifinals, all the while consistently going toe-to-toe with the very best top laners on the planet. Oh Captain, my Captain, one of the original pros in the scene, Yellowstar was present at the first 5 World Championships as both an AD carry and a support and bridged the gap between 2 eras of Fnatic. After Expeke left the team to start Origin, Yellowstar was left with a blank canvas to rebuild Fnatic, and he did a pretty good job, steering the ship to back-to-back LCS titles, including the only 18-0 regular season and a 16.3 KDA that earned him an MVP award to go with it.
Fnatic is behind enemy lines and already they're looking for them.
Well, let's see. Rekkles is on Mythi. Amazing's on Huni. Where can Rekkles get away? He's been stunned up. Niels is going to be able to get one to reply. And Yellowstar keeps him alive. Monsoon saves Rekkles' life.
The roster that Yellowstar built also showed up big time on the international stage. At MSI, Fnatic took the juggernauts of SKT to 5 games, and a 3-0 beatdown of EDG in quarters saw them reach top 4 at Worlds. And even though his time in North America was much maligned, he was 1 game away from becoming the only player to win an LCS title in both EU and NA. One of the first superstars in the history of League of Legends, Xpeke became an icon on the Rift. After winning the Season 1 World Championship with Fnatic, the Spanish mid laner's legend only continued to grow after creating one of the most memorable moments in the game's history. By the time the LCS came around, he was already regarded as a god. But that didn't stop him from capturing the first 3 LCS splits. He then started an entirely new organization, rose through the ranks of the challenger scene, and guided them to a top 4 finish at Worlds. But what separates Xpeke from the rest of our list is that when it came to international competition, not only did he compete with the best of the best, but he often outperformed them.
Def just finishes Trinity Force. Dade's got it.
Shadow used.
Brutalizer. It's all about finding fights.
Deathmark going down, but is it going to be enough? Dade is going to be. Whoa! Xpeke! Oh, the ignite! Not enough to finish off either. The burst just enough to get Peke the kill and survive.
We can meme all we want about his Sivir mechanics and how Origin's LCS run came to an oh-so-painful end, but Xpeke finished his career with a World Championship, 2 top 4 finishes at Worlds, and 22 total titles to his name. He truly is the greatest Western player that we've ever seen.